Let me take you through my current wash day routine step by step. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am not leaving out a single nitty-gritty detail. Usually on this channel, I'm doing my best to give you all the information I possibly can. I am known for talking way too much. However, the attention span of the average human is getting shorter and shorter, which means that if I'm gonna keep your attention for an entire video, I tend to trim some stuff out. But not today, my friends. Today, I'm going to show you every single step in my current wavy curly wash day routine that I'm really liking. If you're trying to get the healthiest hair of your life, embrace your waves and curls, and enjoy all the wavy curly hair science, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell so we can hang out together in future videos. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I may or may not have already screwed this video up by forgetting to film the first step. Thankfully, I have this clip in my database from a previous video wherein I used the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil to pre-poo my hair, which is what I did last night. But you can see that I have really pretty nails in this clip and I don't have pretty nails today. That's because it was from a previous video, but it's the same steps. So what I do is I take a generous amount of this oil on my palms, warm it up in my hands, and then I finger comb it through my hair, making sure to get a little bit of this oil on every single strand of hair on my head. And then for even more even distribution of this oil, I grab a brush and I very gently detangle my hair. I enjoy detangling my hair before I wash it because it helps minimize the hairball of hair shed that I get when I wash and style my hair. It is totally normal to lose anywhere from 50 to 100 hairs on your head per day. This is how normal humans shed. However, when you're styling your hair wavy curly, you're adding gel. You're not brushing your hair in between wash days. And if you go 3 days without washing your hair, that hair gel and the fact that you're not brushing your hair at all those shed hairs stay in your curls. And when you go to wash your hair, all of a sudden 3 days worth of shed hair comes loose and you panic thinking, oh no, I'm going bald, when in fact it's totally normal. And before you embraced your waves and curls, there was a good chance that your hair was more sleek, more straight. You were not putting in styling products in your hair, and the shed hairs would just slip out of your hair and you'd leave a trail of you everywhere. You know, you'd find a shed hair in your car or on your couch or on your chair at your computer. But now that you're wavy curly, those hairs don't just slip out and fall. So this is why I personally enjoy using an oil to pre-poo my hair or do a pre-shampoo treatment on my hair and detangle it so that I am dealing with less of a wavy curly hairball on wash day. I usually like to leave this oil in my hair overnight. So here we are the next day, ready to wash. Very ready. Take a look at this mess. Yep, this is day 3 hair, brushed out curls with a lot of oil in it. To say I'm ready to wash and style this hair is an understatement. Let's go. How I typically build my wavy curly wash days is pretty simple. I have 3 product buckets, maybe 4, that I like to fill. And what I mean by that is I have a cleanser bucket, a rinse out conditioner bucket, a leave-in conditioner bucket, which honestly I'm gonna skip today, and a styler bucket. And which products I pick to put in each and every single one of those buckets depends on what my hair needs that day. I'm obnoxious and have way too many products, so today I picked the Ouidad Unbreakable Bonds shampoo. It's fragrance free, it's clear, and it's on the more cleansing side and contains some protein. I really feel like my hair was lacking some protein and it was feeling pretty buildup-y, which is why I grabbed this particular shampoo for this particular wash day. But you grab the products that you like that work well for your hair and your hair's needs to fill those different wash day buckets. Starting off with a very normal system here. I grabbed a small amount of shampoo because the Ouidad products are extremely cleansing. and I am just taking my time really scrubbing my scalp with the pads of my fingers. Do you see how I put my fingers on my hairline and then gently massage back and forth all the way to the top of my head? This is how I ensure that I kind of scrub every square inch of my scalp. No scalp gets missed when I wash and scrub my scalp like this. Now I'm just gonna pull that lather through the lengths of my hair, and you may be noticing that it didn't froth and foam as much as you may have seen in some of my previous videos. That's because I need desperately today, in specific, to double cleanse. But first, I'm going to rinse out the first shampoo really well. Now it's time for a second cleanse, and grabbing roughly half the amount of shampoo that I grabbed the first time. Honestly, it looks like I grabbed the same amount, but I tried to grab less. You don't need as much shampoo the second time you cleanse your hair. And I am parting my hair and putting the shampoo in the middle of my hair for this second cleanse, so that I know for certain that that part of my hair got a good scrub-a-dub-dubbin', you know what I mean? Same kind of process here. Smoothing out and massaging the shampoo all over, then using the pads of my fingers to massage in kind of a zigzag-ish pattern through my entire hairline, not missing any little bits. And watching this back and not trimming out as much of the scrubbing, I feel like, yep, there we go. Now I got that spot that I was watching and it was irritating me. So much more foam and lather in the hair the second time around. Check this out. Is that not satisfying? I find that so satisfying. That's how I cleanse the lengths of my hair. I really get a lot of suds and lather in the lengths of my hair, but I never scrub the lengths of my hair because that would roughen up the cuticle and potentially damage the hair. As I rinse out the shampoo, you'll notice that once again, I am scrubbing my scalp with the pads of my fingers. Once that is fully rinsed out, I'm grabbing the Wavy Vita Curl Plus conditioner. This is kind of their volumizing conditioner, but I find that it's slightly more conditioning than the Wavy Unbreakable Bonds conditioner, which is the sister conditioner to the shampoo that I used. Anyway, I wanted to go with this option today because it's slightly more conditioning, and I feel like it has slightly more protein than that other conditioner. What I'm doing is I am smoothing it over the top and back of my hair, and then gently finger combing it through, turning my head from side to side as I do so to make sure that the conditioner distributes evenly. I want all of my hair conditioned. One of the reasons that I like using my fingers to distribute the conditioner first instead of a brush first is that I can really feel when there's a section of my hair that is not getting adequately and properly conditioned. Now I'm running my fingers back through my hair one more time, and it feels like that spot that was kind of snarly, tangly, dry, dehydrated got the conditioner that it was needing. Turning my head from side to side, raking, combing, raking, finger detangling, distributing. See, I normally trim out some of that part because it takes me a minute. Now, check out this hairball. Even though I pre-detangled my hair and pre-de-shedded my hair, there's still some shed hair that comes out. It's a minimal amount though, which is really nice. Now I'm using the Perfect Hair Care brush to finish distributing that conditioner everywhere. And you'll notice that the conditioner actually froths and foams a little bit as I brush it through. This is because the conditioner, even though it's a conditioner, contains some gentle surfactants or cleansing agents in it. Anyway, I feel really good about how evenly distributed this is now. It's distributed from root to tip. It's time to squish to condition. I added just a touch of water to the back of my hair, and gravity pulls that water through the lengths of my hair, but I didn't want to grab so much water that it rinsed out that conditioner. Adding another layer of water on top of the conditioner and doing this pulsing, squishing motion creates a hydration sandwich. It really helps your hair get properly, adequately conditioned, and this pulsing, squishing motion helps reactivate the hydrogen bonds in a looser curl pattern like mine. I'm not trying to squeeze out all the water and conditioner in my hair. I'm just trying to swish and pulse it into the hair until I feel like my hair has fully absorbed it. Once I feel like it's absorbed as much of that conditioner as it can, I'm going to rinse my hair one more time. This is to follow the directions on the bottle because the conditioner does say rinse out completely, and this tells me that that conditioner has a lower pH, which is not meant to be left on the hair. Slightly too acidic to be left on the hair. Now I'm kind of checking and assessing if my hair needs a leave-in conditioner today, and I really didn't feel like it needed it. It felt really hydrated and smooth and slippery and slimy, so I'm grabbing the Bounce Curl Defining Brush to define my curl clumps. Yes, I know it's silly to use two different brushes, but I feel like the Perfect Hair Care brush has slightly longer bristles and helps that conditioner get all the way into my hair, but I love the edge side of the Bounce Curl Defining brush. It has this comb attachment, not really attachment, just this comb on the side of the brush that really defines the curls. So here you can see I really pushed the hair away from my face. This is how I get a really straight part when I flip my head right side up. And now I'm defining the curls on the side and back of my neck, really making sure to turn that brush to the side, kind of have to help it with my other hand here, so that the edge of the brush runs through my hair and creates these giant, juicy, chunky curl clumps that are just so cute. Now I'm doing the same thing on the other side. You can see that I dipped my head down and kind of rolled all my hair to the other side. And looking back at this footage, I can see that things are looking a tad bit stringy, but watch this. I'm going to add a curl clump section right here at the top middle of my crown, and that's gonna take care of those stringy bits that were right there in the back of my head. Now I'm giving my head a good shake and standing up, shaking the hair off the back of my head and swinging everything back down. Now doing the same thing going to the other side. This is my swing curl clump method. This is how I get all of my curls to shake into their natural curl families. It's kind of similar to the Wee Dad Rake and Shake, sort of, but definitely modified. Now that I've given my hair a quick little scrunch to see how the curl clumps are, it's time to lock everything in place with the Wee Dad Stronger Hold Heat and Humidity Gel. I like the texture of this. It's pretty runny and pretty easy to work with. I smooth it out in my hands and then I glaze on the back of my head. See how I'm sliming everything? Then I'm going to slime the front of my hair with that gel, rubbing my hands together to make sure that there's still product on my hands. Now I'm going to put product right there in that middle crown section and gently begin to scrunch and pulse this gel into my hair. Again, I'm not trying to squeeze my hair so hard that I'm squeezing out all the water in the gel. I am squishing and pulsing and trying to swoosh the water and gel around inside every single curl clump, grabbing a touch more product and flinging, shaking, flopping my hair to the side and glazing on the sides and back of my head. If you are really struggling with getting curl definition on the sides and underneath side of your hair or back of your head, 9 times out of 10, it's because you didn't apply product there. Still scrunching and pulsing to make that gel go inside every single curl clump. I hope this makes sense. Also, you're going to get obnoxiously bored with watching me scrunch my hair. I am not trimming out as much scrunching as I normally do. Grabbing a touch more gel for the other side / back of my head. It's really just a touch more, not a lot. I grabbed the majority of my gel on the first application. Second application, I grabbed slightly less, and third application, even less, because there's still a touch of gel on my hair from when I applied it on the other side. So now you can really see what I'm doing here. I glazed it on the sides and back of my neck, and then I'm scrunching and pulsing the product into my curls, making sure to scrunch all the way to the root on every section of my hair, including the middle crown area. Wiping the excess product off the backs of my hands, putting it on my palms, and scrunching it back into my hair. If you're having any stringy bits in your hair, you can spray it with just a touch more water, and those stringy bits will absorb into a curl family. Probably should have done that today. I saw some stringy bits, but we're moving on to plopping my hair. I'm using the Perfect Hair Care towel. The logo and the closure are in front of me and the logo's on the floor. Now that I'm ready to plop, I'm gonna scrunch my hair one more time. You guessed it. I have a curl pattern that is very loose. I have very few hydrogen bonds in my hair, and the weight of the water weighs down my natural curl pattern and starts to set it in an elongated state because of the weight of the water. So scrunching my hair one more time before I plop my curls, making sure to scrunch every single curl on my head, helps make sure that the hydrogen bonds are set in their natural curl. Now I gently plop everything down into the middle of the towel, fold the top of the towel on the back of my head, and then gently smooth and pinch it right here. See that? Right pinched at the top of my forehead. Then I gently gather the sides of the Perfect Hair Care towel together to meet in the middle at the top of my forehead and gently twist into a unicorn horn, because I'm a pretty princess. Then I take the excess of the towel, fold it over the top, and tuck it into the closure and close the closure like so. I love this towel because it really stays super nicely on my head. And today, I may or may not have taken a phone call from a very sweet friend and plopped my hair for, instead of the usual 10 minutes, it may have been in the plop for 30 to 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. Don't plop your hair that long. You'll see why later. But I'm going to give my hair one more scrunch before I start diffusing. Yes, you heard me. I am scrunching again because some of those curls got squashed because I plopped my hair for too long. See, look, kind of stretched out, elongated, a bit stringy. I'm taking the wet part of the towel and gently scrunching and pulsing a little bit. And see, look, now they're springy and curly again. All right, now it's time to diffuse, and thank you, Wavy, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Even though I'm lucky enough to have access to some really high-end hair dryers, Wavy is the one I keep reaching for time and time again. It's got 2 different air speeds, 4 different heat settings: cool, warm, hot, and if you press and hold the temperature button, it oscillates between warm and cool, which is pretty neat. It's got magnetic attachments, ionized airflow, and what really sets Wavy apart is its powerful airflow. It significantly cuts down on dry time. I've tested this out against a professional Dyson hairdryer, and the Wavy dried my hair significantly faster. Now here you can see I'm starting off my diffusing process by putting the Wavy on the counter on high speed and high heat, and I'm cupping my curls with my Perfect Hair Care towel, but I'm making sure to use the damp part of the towel to hold my curls. What this does is it keeps the very tippy ends of my hair kind of protected while I dry my mid-lengths and my roots first. This sets the hydrogen bonds in my natural curl pattern, basically dries my hair and sets it before the weight of the water can stretch out my hair. But keeping the ends of my hair nice and damp while I do this helps my curls dry really evenly with minimal damage, because the ends of your hair always dry faster than your mid-lengths to ends. And you probably already noticed that I've got some AirPods in my ears while I'm diffusing my hair. This is simply so that I can entertain myself by listening to podcasts or music or an audiobook. But something really cool and unique about the Wavy is how quiet it is. Another thing that I really love about this dryer is that it is so lightweight and balanced feeling in my hand. Lately, my rheumatoid arthritis has been really good. It's very well managed and under control. But when I'm having a flare, I notice that doing simple things like drying my hair can become more difficult. But the Wavy is so lightweight that I find even when I'm in the middle of a flare, my joints and hands and shoulders aren't aggravated. All right, now I'm turning the dryer down to medium heat because I'm going to be pixie diffusing. Now that my mid-lengths and roots are pretty dry, I'm going in to dry the ends of my hair. But I noticed something that had me worried. Do you see all of this floof and frizz blowing around in the breeze? guarantee you that is because I plopped my hair for way too long. So I'm grabbing the Blue Clim hairspray, spraying a really thin layer on my hair, glazing it over and patting it in, going to quickly add a layer to the other side so that I have an even amount of hairspray on my head. This is kind of like a Smaster's technique where instead of adding a little bit more gel, I'm just using hairspray. Now I'm going to finish Pixie diffusing, and I really like to scoop my curls and hold the diffuser in place for roughly a minute. I am trimming some of that out because I literally just stand here perfectly still, and I think it would be mean to make you sit there and watch me stand perfectly still with the diffuser for an entire minute in every section that I'm Pixie diffusing. You can see that I'm kind of rolling my head from side to side as I scoop up different sections of my curls. Things are looking pretty good. One last thing about the Leif & Swift, it's not just about how fast it dries your hair. I really love how beautiful and sleek and high quality it is. It's very easy to travel with because it's nice and small. It's quiet. It checks the temperature of the dryer 100 times per second so it never overheats and cooks your curls. It's lightweight, doesn't hurt my shoulders when I try and lift it above my head. If you want to try Leif & for yourself, check the links in the description for a special discount code. All right, the frizz is gone. Thank you, Hairspray. Checking the hair to see that it's roughly 90% dry. Perfect. And now my curls are 100% dry. Yep, double checking. So how I check to see if they're dry, because I don't want to like get in there and start grabbing them to break up that cast. The goal is to leave the curls in the cast as best as possible. So to do that without breaking the cast, I take my fingers, open, stick them in my hair, close my fingers to pinch the curls and feel for coolness, and then open my fingers back up and remove them. If they are still damp, I know to keep waiting, but we seem to be pretty good, except for this one section right there. Hold on, there. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, I think that did it. Man, it's funny how random little corners of your curls will like hide dampness and water from you, and you'll think, oh, this section's 100% dry. I guess I'll scrunch out the crunch. And then you start scrunching out the crunch and you find dampness, and that makes you sad because you know you scrunched out the crunch too soon. Now for sure my hair is dry and I can scrunch out the crunch. I'm not taking anything on my hands this time to scrunch out the crunch. You could use a little bit of like spray leave-in conditioner. I've even seen people use like a mousse to scrunch out the crunch, but most commonly people use a hair oil to scrunch out the crunch. It just adds a little barrier of protection to the curl clumps, the curl families, making sure that they don't separate for any reason. I like doing this really good root fluff kind of upside down-ish to really help loosen any curls that are stuck down to the scalp, that even though I was trying my darndest while I was diffusing to keep everything lifted, some pieces just get glued down to the scalp and they don't look cute. This also helps any parts on my scalp that are like separated to not be so separated. And obviously it breaks the cast and releases the curl families. What is this one doing? It is like sticking straight forward on me. Ooh, and it did not want to curl that way. Okay, maybe I can curl it back. Oh my goodness, it's just sitting funny today. And for my last trick, if my roots are still bothering me, I barely stick a wide tooth comb or a pick in it and lift to just kind of point everything in a better direction. If there's any pieciness or strangeness, it smooths it down. This one section right here is like super flat today. Probably because I plopped my hair for 10 years in a day. But there we go. There are the final wash day results. I feel like the curls are looking pretty cute, other than this weird flat section, but at this point, I feel like it's good enough, so I'm gonna call it. And that is my full wash day routine currently. All the plopping, all the diffusing, exactly how I apply product to my hair, what works best and why. If these in-depth, super detailed explanations of how the whole routine looks and comes together are helpful to you, please let me know that it is, in fact, actually helpful by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with a friend, or even sharing it in your favorite Facebook group that talks all things hair. It really does help me out when you do that. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. My whole intention with being here on the internet is to be as helpful as humanly possible to you embracing your waves and curls. So that's why I make these videos. Sure hope it was actually helpful. As always, I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! One more look at the hair. And I always want to make sure and show you what like the whole head of hair looks like, because some of these girls on the internet styling their curls, they only show you how it looks from the front. And you can hide some really dark, dirty secrets in the back of your head if you don't go ahead and turn all the way around and show the 360 curl review. So that's why I do it not once, but twice in all of my videos. Really want to be transparent here. Show you exactly how it actually looks in real life. All right, bye for real.